So think about this for a minute. When you sit down to get some work done and you start looking for prospects, potential clients, following up with leads, messaging people on LinkedIn, sending emails, cold calling, building and launching campaigns, maybe shooting a YouTube video, or doing anything else to push your business forward, how good are you at actually focusing on that? How often can you just sit down, actually get some serious work done in an extended period of time and not end up getting distracted and wasting a lot of time in between? So of course we all struggle with this, and having distractions and wasting time throughout the day is one of the biggest things that holds people back from gaining more success, myself included. So today I'm going to break down some tips that I have to find more focus as a social media marketing agency owner to get some serious work done and propel your business forward. So let's hop into it. So building more focus and concentration is all about controlling your brain, being in the driver's seat of your mind and not letting your mind control you. So there's a lot of ways that you can do this and a lot of habits that you can put in place to allow yourself to build more focus very consistently. The first here is Google Calendar. So using Google Calendar has been an integral part of every single thing that I do every single day for many years now. So if you're not using Google Calendar already, I highly recommend it. So what it does is it allows me to create time blocks in my calendar where I can list an event and simply say that I need to get a certain task done between certain hours of the day. And when that time comes up, I have to sit down and actually get that done. And this is so great because it allows you to commit to actually getting these things done by physically going in and putting it on your calendar. So when that comes up, you've already made a small commitment to get that work done. And that right there will remove some resistance to actually getting that task done. So another thing that has really helped me maintain focus, concentration, and be productive throughout the day is accountability. I have an accountability partner that I check in with very frequently throughout the day that really allows me to stay focused on what I'm doing and not be bombarded by distractions all day long. So it's really easy for me to just pick up my phone and watch a YouTube video or get on social media while I'm waiting for something to load or just in between certain tasks when I'm making switches. And this can end up wasting 10-20 minutes throughout the day consistently, and that was a big problem for me. So having an accountability partner is really great for this because it's easy to say that you don't want to get on social media or watch YouTube or waste time throughout the day, but once you're actually in that situation, it becomes a lot easier to actually do that. So when you're in a motivated state of mind and you know that you don't want to do those types of things, you can make commitments to an accountability partner. So when you come to these times where it's really easy to get distracted and slack off, you know that your accountability partner is going to be on you. So finding and maintaining a relationship with an accountability partner is really simple. There's a lot of things that you can do, one of which is putting money on the line. So doing things like getting up early in the morning, or when you have a YouTube video you need to shoot or a certain client project that you need to get done, to say, hey, I need to get this done between 3 and 4 o'clock today, and if it's not done within that time period, then I owe you $20-30. And that right there forces you to sit down, get that work done in that time period, or else you have to pay up money and give it to your partner. Another thing you can do is share your calendar. So you can give other people access to your Google Calendar. So when you list off that you have that project between 3 and 4, your accountability partner can go on, see that you have that listed for a task during that day, and then at the end of the day they can check in and say, hey, did you get this done? And that also right there helps keep you accountable. So very small things like that can go a very long way, just to have somebody looking over your shoulder, because it's easy to slack off when you are in charge of yourself. You're not working a job where you have a boss checking in on you all the time and you have to report to them. When you own a digital marketing agency, you're the one in charge. You're the only person making yourself work. So it's easy to slack off, but having an accountability partner can really solve that issue. So another strategy, of course, for staying focused is just eliminating as many distractions as you possibly can. So I mentioned this earlier, it's super easy to just pull out your phone and get on social media and get on YouTube, but if you don't have your phone in front of you, then you're not able to do that. So start consciously thinking about these types of things, to put your phone in a different room, don't even touch it, to take off your watch so you're not getting buzzed with notifications and your focus is being taken elsewhere. Do things like close all the tabs that you're not using on your computer. This is something I really struggled with. I could have 100 tabs open on different desktops on my computer, so I could constantly bounce back and forth and never really focus on one specific task. And that was something that really held me back. And I know a lot of other people do this as well. So really make the effort to close every single tab after you're not using it, because really it doesn't take that much time and it's not that difficult to pull something back up. Obviously another one is go to a quiet work area. It's really easy to get distracted when you're around people that are talking, when a TV's on, when there's other things that are just bombarding you from all different angles and trying to take your focus away. So being in an environment similar to this right here, where I can really just buckle down, stay focused, and get stuff done, is obviously a big help as well. And so if it's really hard for you and it's irresistible to stop, going to certain websites and starting to read the news or watching YouTube videos or browsing Facebook. You can even install extensions on your browser to lock down certain websites during time intervals, and you can definitely look that kind of stuff up on Google, and I recommend you use those if that's really a problem as well. So of course it's really easy to get your focus pulled away from something, but being conscious of that and acknowledging, hey, I just got distracted by my phone going off, or hey, I just remembered that I need to get this other work done, I'm going to pull up that task real quick and try to get that done. Or hey, I just got a little bit hungry, I want to go eat a snack, or whatever the case may be. When those things come up, just think about that. Oh, I just thought of going to eat a snack, but I need to sit here and I need to get my work done and stay focused. And when you force yourself to acknowledge that, when those things come back up and you get another notification, you're like, oh, I just got another notification like 5 minutes earlier. I need to make a change here and stop that from happening. So then you'll take the next necessary action to actually fix that problem. So another great way to maintain focus and not get distracted all the time is to just reprogram your mental reward system. And this is something I could talk about for hours and hours. But to train your mind to want to be focused, to train your mind to get rewarded when you do stay focused, and when you get the stuff done you need to get done, and build those habits that reinforce that. So when you sit down for 30 minutes or sit down for an hour and you remain focused and you get the things done that you need to get done, to maybe reward yourself with food, or maybe watch a YouTube video, or take a 10-minute break, or whatever the case may be, delay that gratification to when you get something done, and then over time your brain will naturally rewire itself to want to stay focused, to want to get tasks done, because you know that you can get rewarded after that happens. And this could also play into programming your brain to crave delayed gratification over instant gratification as well, because this is something that holds a lot of people back on top of that. So doing things like sleeping in or eating crap food, or just really doing anything fun like playing video games instead of doing work, can give you that instant gratification and feel better. But oftentimes after you do those things you don't feel very great, but on top of that you don't get the important tasks done, because your important tasks like following up with clients and doing that sort of repetitive work can be really monotonous and boring a lot of times, and you can just have a lot of resistance to get that done. But if you can program your brain to crave the delayed gratification that you'll get from that, which is ultimately business growth, even though it's through those monotonous tasks that you just really don't want to do, that of course can have a massive impact as well, in a very similar way as rewarding yourself when you remain focused. So being conscious of that and really focusing on how to reprogram your brain to want to get work done, of course, will bring tremendous value and improvement to your life, because then you'll just get work done all the time, right? And then finally here, something else that has really helped me out as well is just meditation. So of course a lot of people talk about meditation, and there's a reason for that. So taking time to take yourself away from everything else around you and just pulling the focus to yourself, to inside, to your breath, is just super, super beneficial, because of course all day long we're getting bombarded with distractions and stimulus from everywhere, people talking, notifications, distractions like we talked about throughout this entire video. But taking time to train your brain to be able to move away from those things and pull the focus in towards yourself allows you to create more of a disconnect between yourself and all of these other distractions. And this goes back to a previous point, to be able to control your mind. So then it won't be as easy to get distracted in the future, and you'll start building these healthy habits. On top of that, it can have a lot of benefit in helping you control your thoughts in a better way. It can be very easy to keep your mind focused on the past, the things you should have done, the things you screwed up on, what you would have done instead of doing something else, or think about the future, where you want to be, setting big goals for yourself, expectations to get things done, and pulling your mind to the future and to the past, and sometimes can be beneficial. But when your headspace is there throughout the day, you're not going to perform at a top level. So meditation can help maintain your focus from going to the future and the past to really focusing on the present. And with that, being able to stay focused on what you're doing right here, right now, and not be pulled in other directions. So all of those things have had a tremendous impact on my focus, my productivity, my control over myself, my brain, and my ability to get more work done. So these are just some things that can help get you started down the right path right now. Start implementing some of these things. Go research them more. Read a few articles, watch a couple YouTube videos on how to actually implement these certain practices. And I'm going to be explaining them here on my channel as well in the near future. But if there's one thing that you could change right here, right now, today, to help all of these other things fall in place easier in the future and really allow you to maintain strong focus and productivity, it would be to start using Google Calendar. It is the #1 most influential tool that I've ever used. I use it throughout the day, every single day, and it keeps my entire life in order. So again, I could talk about this for a very long time as well. So what I did is I actually put together a free 3-part video series on Google Calendar specifically, teaching you how to use the tool in the best ways possible to skyrocket your productivity and maintain more focus. So you can find the link for that down in the description below. It's totally free, 3-part video series on how to use Google Calendar to improve your life, productivity, and focus. So go check that out and let me know what you think. So thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you took some value away from it. Start implementing some of these things in your life today and you will definitely see changes moving in the right direction. So with all that being said, I'm signing off and I'll see you guys later. See ya.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this.